Gonna try coming out? It's a little warmer today. Huh? DC, you can go back inside the house, silly. You don't need to be here. Huh? I'll come see you in a few. Finally got my wish. We got snow. But guess what? With snow in Kansas came Arctic tundra temperatures. So I've got so many layers on. But it's still beautiful out here. Although you can hear my kitty crying because he's got to follow me. Just stay in the house, dude. It's okay. So I know it's Valentine's Day coming up soon, and that is one thing my husband and I don't celebrate. And people are like, oh yeah, when you get older you don't need to celebrate it. But really, we haven't celebrated it for 22 years. And there's a reason for that. So we haven't celebrated it for 22 years because we got married right around Valentine's Day. And that's our anniversary is up and coming. We're married up by Chicago, middle of February, 0-degree day. So this is very fitting that we have this weather right around our anniversary. I remember standing outside and in a skirt, freezing to death. But I decided I was gonna go ahead and try to make him a meal for our anniversary that's reminiscent of what we had back on our wedding night. We went to an Italian restaurant for our wedding dinner because it's the same restaurant that he proposed to me at. So Italian food has a loving place in our heart. So I'm going to go ahead and try to make some chicken Marsala. And you can still hear DC crying at me. I need to go back in the house and take him in with me. But I just want to get out for a little bit and get some fresh air. But I'm going to go ahead and make some chicken Marsala just to reminisce over that wedding night from 22 years ago. So you really probably won't see my husband in any of these videos, just FYI. He's camera shy. I jokingly asked him when I started doing this if he wanted to be in any of them, and he went, no. And I said, are you going to be like Dolly Parton's husband? And he said, yep, that's me. I think Dolly Parton's husband's name is Carl. Not even sure. But that's how little people know of him, because he just stayed out of the spotlight. Not that this is a spotlight, but so my husband's going to be like Dolly Parton's husband and probably not be in any of these videos. But just know he does exist, and I am cooking him a meal for our anniversary.
When cooking Italian food, I like to use red potatoes. Whether I roast them or mash them, add garlic or not, I feel they just pair best with Italian food. I was once told by a friend that when making mashed potatoes, you allow 1 potato for each person and then 1 for the pot. This theory works well for large russet potatoes, but red potatoes are much smaller, so I doubled the amount and we will have just a little bit for leftovers. My loving husband got me these antique copper pans for Christmas. They required some loving care and elbow grease, but they cleaned up beautifully and I absolutely love them. In Italian cooking, when you want to create a sauce, but you're not looking for thick and heavy, adding olive oil and butter together gives you the perfect base for a light, creamy sauce. When your potato water is at a rolling boil, salt it well. Once the potatoes are in, cover the pot and bring it back to a boil. For dredging the chicken, add salt, pepper, and garlic powder to the flour. I also add Jane's Crazy Salt because this stuff is the bomb. Then mix well. Instead of chicken breasts, I use thighs. Chicken breasts need to be pounded out thin, whereas boneless, skinless thighs do not need to be. The dark meat also stays juicier when compared to the white breast meat. When dredging chicken, I prefer to only use one hand due to the sludge buildup, and keep my other hand clean just in case I need it. I have to check my potatoes for doneness a few times before they are actually done. I'm impatient. Running mushrooms under water to wash them creates a toughness and slime factor. Just wipe them with a damp cloth to remove the dirt when possible. I like to use baby bellas for this recipe, but you can use whatever mushroom you prefer. You want to get a nice brown coating on the chicken. These aren't quite ready. Keep checking those potatoes, they'll be done eventually. When making mashed potatoes, I always heat up the butter and milk before adding them into the potatoes. That way, you won't cool your mashed potatoes down before you can enjoy them. Time to flip. Creating some ambiance since it is a romantic dinner after all. Remove the chicken from the pan. Add in about 1 cup Marsala wine and half a cup cooking sherry. This is cooking, not baking, so you'll notice my exact measurements go out the window. Add in your chopped mushrooms. And last, add in about 1/4 cup of flour. Then make sure to whisk thoroughly to get all the lumps out. Nest the chicken into the sauce so that it absorbs some of the flavor and stays warm. Drain your potatoes and remember to close your cupboard doors. I can never remember to close my cupboards. I always think I've put too much milk in my potatoes. If this happens to you, just give them time and they will absorb the milk. It always works out in the end.